We have a special music offering this morning, and it's in the form of a video directed by Jerry Cope and Casey Culver, and it features vocal performance by a number of musicians from around the world. Please let us set ourselves and enjoy.
This is an open letter from you and me together. Tomorrow's in our hands now.
Find the words that matter, say them out loud, and make it better somehow.
Looking down from up on the moon is a tiny blue marble. Who'd have thought the ground we stand on
Could be so fragile.
This is a love song to the earth. You're no ordinary world, a diamond in the universe, heaven's poetry to us. Keep it silent, keep it silent, keep it silent, 'cause it's our world. It's not about possessions, money or religion. How many years are my live?
When the only real question that matters is still a matter of perspective. Looking down from up on the moon, you're a tiny blue marble.
Who'd have thought the ground we stand on
Could be so fragile. This is a love song to the earth. You're no ordinary world.
diamond in the universe, heaven's poetry to us. Keep it safe, keep it safe, keep it safe, keep it safe.
Keep my word safe.
'Cause it's our world.
But bang, 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 bang. Tell my heart is in a crazy mess. It's time for us to do our best. From deep sea straight back to Everest. She under crazy stress unless you wanna be motherless. Green heart is the way of dress. Speediness and too much greediness. 6 billion people all want plentiness. Some people think this is harmless, but if we continue, they'll only be emptiness.
This is a love song to the earth. You're no ordinary world, a diamond in the universe, heaven's poetry to us. Keep it safe, keep it safe, keep it safe.
Special paradise.
Keep it safe. This is a love song to the earth. You're no ordinary world, diamond in the universe, heaven's poetry to us. Keep it safe, keep it safe, keep it safe, 'cause it's our world. It's our world.
It's our
world, 'cause it's our world.
Please keep it safe.
It's our world. And it's our world, 'cause it's our world.
So today's service is a gift that was created by members of the UU Ministry for the Earth. And I'm grateful to the care and the thought that they put into assembling the various elements. And I'm truly humbled to present what follows. In the 2018-19 UU Common Read, Justice on Earth, Reverend Adam Robersmith writes about the vital need to avoid despair in environmental justice work. He reminds us of Universalist Hosea Ballou's teachings that we should not make change because of some hellish future, lest we link acting faithfully to fear rather than love. Rather, our faith calls us to make change because it is the right and loving thing to do now. As we move towards the world we dream of, anger at the present state of the world will not be enough to save us. Despair for the road ahead will not transform the world. And resentment and our own sense of powerlessness will flicker and fade out into darkness. Even optimism will not be enough. Hope, unrealized, quickly sours to despair. Only love is strong enough to bear us into the future. Only a profound falling in love with the world that we dream of will give the energy, the power, the resilience, the joy, and the need to make the work of building the future the work of our lives. For this Earth Day, Unitarian Universalist ministers across the Front Range in Colorado, and joined by others around the country, wrote love letters to the future. And I share a few of those with you today, including one of my own. So the first letter is from Reverend Kelly Dignan. She is the co-director of the UU Ministry for the Earth. Dear Denver, I am the fourth generation of my family to be raised in your embrace. Now 3 more generations have been born, making 7 of us. I am awash with gratitude for the deep roots that bind my family and you. As always before, the bright Colorado sun bathes your streets and snow blankets the mountain peaks in your skyline. Blue spruce and bristlecone pine stand tall, whispering tales of resilience. But now, not like in times gone by, I adore the sight of community solar panels on rooftops casting their benevolent glow. A lush tapestry of community gardens creates a blend of cityscape and urban agriculture, where hands join in harmony to nurture the soil and cultivate sustenance for all who hunger. The Platte River and the Cherry Creek are clean waters now, weaving tales of resilience and renewal. Because the refinery has been removed and replaced with affordable housing, clean air fills our lungs. Air also carries the joyful hum of bees and the flutter of butterflies. Milkweed and purple poppy, mallow coneflower and sunflower, dotted blazing star, all stand unwavering, a beacon for the winged ones, reminding us of the delicate balance we share. Goldenrod and asters paint your streets with hues of hope, right along with painted art wall murals that remind us of the creative power of fellow humans. The beating heart of your neighborhoods fill me with boundless love. Each street pulsates with the rhythm of compassion and camaraderie, neighbors side by side, ready to lend a helping hand in times of need. In you, Denver, I find solace and inspiration. You are a sanctuary where the beauty of nature and the spirit of community converge in perfect harmony. With ever deepening love, Kelly. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. Our next letter is from Reverend Ron Fairs, who is the minister of All Souls UU Church in Colorado Springs. Innumerable stars when I see you, really see you, finally and once again in all your knitted depth, I find myself barely able to breathe, barely able to do anything but breathe, only to sit and yearn for your whispered recognition. You glimmer outside my open window like some welcome succumbus come to lure me into, out of, and back into my own body and home. Now that we have dimmed our cities, the light of your night body both calls me forth and presses me down to the path beneath my feet. You are my guide and medicine, lacquering the hips and dips of voluptuous geography as you seed love into seasons and fields and verdant minds, and the sounds that abound. My teacher, my ancestor, my heavenly body, you light my lover the way to my lover. I cannot wait to see you again, to be reduced by awe in your Milky Way, to gasp you in, drink you, unafraid of darkness, filled and lit up once more. You know, you were right about the beavers, by the way. Their midnight pools mirror your gaze and give it back to you just as they give the land back its saturation, its life. It beckons all the great and small to find one another by your blessing, and there to find themselves spiraled into one another in imitation of your lusty dervish, making stars themselves, seeing galaxies with their eyes bliss shut. I'm glad you told me to leave them be. I can't wait to see you again. I love you. I look to you and find my way. Yours, Reverend Ron Fairs. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. Our third letter is from Reverend David Schwartz, the minister of the UU Church of Boulder, Colorado. To a hoped-for future world. I am driving my children to school in the brilliant, bright blue of winter, and I'm thinking of you. Looking up to the mountains, quiet, clear, clean, still, I feel close to you. You are the highest summit on the horizon of time. We will never meet in person. I love you. Years ago, I had a young man's crush, the unconfident desire that told me that I could only earn you, my future, by being good enough and pure enough, perfect and blameless. I think of that young crush with chagrin and gentleness too. I didn't know any better then about myself or you. This is a love letter where I only want to be honest, whole and broken, human. You are the lover who prefers that to a performance of perfection. I cannot convince myself that I am good enough for you by pretending to be uncomplicated or unharmed or unafraid. There is no way to love you except to love myself enough to face the hurt that I have done to you and to work for repair. You are my hoped-for future world. You're in my heart every day, and I will not live to see you. I don't expect you to read these words, but it matters that I write them. It matters to tell you that I love you. It changes me every day. I see things I want to tell you about, and I want you to be proud of, that I want you to know. I wonder what you would think of this bright blue sky, of the mountains still with snow, of this spread out suburb and my daily drive. When my children's children meet you, I hope they do it honestly. I hope they tell you the whole story of who we were now, of what we tried to do and what we couldn't, of how we loved you and we knew we'd never meet, but lived into loving you all the same. I trust down the centuries that you love us too, that you are waiting, patient, hopeful, gentle, across every distance, David. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. So this last letter is one that I wrote. And as I said earlier, I initially thought, well, I'll do this exercise because that's what they're suggesting, but I found it to be really quite significant to sit and think about. You know, we play that fine line between spiritual bypassing to go beyond the pain of what is, but also to be able to, we can't create a future we cannot see and envision. So we play that delicate balance. And the purpose of the exercise and what I really found was to really try to imagine a world that serves us all. So if you haven't picked up paper, I really encourage you to do that, and do that as a gift to yourself and a gift to what you are planting for the future. So my letter. Dearest, sweet, and precious future, we made it. Tears stream down my wrinkled cheeks as I think about the many years we lived with such a weight upon our collective shoulders. Years where too many of us worried with good reason that we humans had made an awful mess of the gifts of nature that we had been given with such abundant generosity. But we are here. We have harnessed the technologies that create healing for the earth and all who live here. We have weathered the great turning with love. We have grown into the blessed promises our ancestors held for us. We have come to truly understand that our actions have significant consequences. We know now that we need all of us to survive. We have found creative ways to solve our differences, ways that no longer falsely depend upon weapons of annihilation. We are always a work in progress, but now, sweet future, our weapons have been turned into plowshares. There is good and healthy food and clean water available to all. Affordable housing is a given. Children and families are provided with the basics that are needed to thrive, and with the basics met, we have been able to dismantle or repurpose almost all prisons. Industries that depended upon misuse of our resources have been transformed so that greed is no longer the driving force, rather providing opportunities for people to make use of natural talents is foremost. I count the blessings of this earth every day and know that when it is my time to move on to whatever comes next, I will do so with joy, knowing that humanity's legacy is one that truly has come to center love. With my deepest love, Cindy. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. One more time. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. Friends, our faith calls us to make change because it is the right, loving thing to do now. Only a profound falling in love with the world which we dream of will give us the energy, the power, the resilience, the joy that we need to make the work of building the future, the work of our lives. May you go forth today on this glorious, soft, gray-skied Earth Day. Go forth, filled with a vision that is a blessing to all. Go write your love letters to the future, knowing that ultimately we are the future that we long for.